Alright y'all, I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm back in Fort Lousy. I lost a monster fish, or I had him hooked for a few seconds. And he just probably pulled the hook out of the side of his face because I had my drag too tight. It was a drag pulling fish. There's a lot of bait in here. Catfish have been tough on this lake. The other lakes, I don't know, I ain't been to them. This one, for the last 2 weeks, they've been tough. I'm going to throw out some bait rods, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to catch bait. I don't see it jumping anywhere like last time I was in here. As far as the skipjack, I'm just going to troll down this thing, and we're going to get an earlier start. And I'm not going to fish as late, because every time I fish late, the bite just seems to die the later it gets. It seems like that best shot at a fish is within that first hour after dark, and they could be feeding good in the daytime. I don't know, because since I've been fishing night, I can't get up in the day to try it, you know. I get home too late. I've already got this course set from last time I fished here, so all I had to do was go back to my eye tracks. And I've already done the work as far as getting the boat to move around in this cove by itself. Getting a much later start, but we're going to start catfishing earlier. I need to turn that depth finder off. That could be the problem. Last time I was here, I caught them all on grubs. Well, this time I know they're here because I've seen them, and the only one I've caught's on a spoon. They wouldn't touch a spoon last time I was here. But right now they're not touching this grub, so there's a lot of stuff working this bait right here. I've been throwing a grub, it ain't been hit, so let's switch to the spoon, see what happens. Spoon it is. They are tough to get today. They're not breaking like they were when I was in here last time. See them break and throw right into them. Good size skipjacks. There's something busting there. That don't necessarily mean it's skipjack. Some of that is bass. Yeah, they're way over by that dock if I can get that far. One good thing about a spoon is it'll reach a long way. It's got that weight on the other end of it. Oh, we had one. We had a shot. We had a shot. Alright y'all, I bought this tuna rod, ugly stick, big water, and it don't bend. This is for tuna, Goliath grouper, great white sharks, that sort of thing. And the drag comes out of it, and it only bends that much, so I'm just going to experiment with a really stiff rod. I'm always experimenting, mainly to see how hook ratios are on really big fish compared to on these softer rods. I'm set up just outside of that cove we were in. When I first came by here, I marked some fish here, and now I'm not seeing them. That means fish are moving, so that's a good thing. Because if there's none here now, that means more is likely to be so. I've got this ugly stick. I won't be able to use this at night because we won't be able to see it because of its color. This tiger, I'm gonna try it. It has a real soft tip, but it gets stiffer sooner than my other rods. I thought about trying it for dragging, but we're gonna see if we can get a fish on it to get the bad juju off both these rods, actually. Neither of these rods have caught a fish, so they both got the bad juju. Alright y'all, we've been set up about an hour, not a single bite. I am getting some fish traffic on the screen, which is a good sign. I think it's just a very narrow bite window of when these fish are actually feeding. They're not feeding heavy like they do during post-spawn. Those 20, 30 fish days are gone probably till next spring. So now we're hoping for big fish. It's a little early in the fall, water's still warm. But some things are getting fall-like all that bait fish back in that creek. Here we're in a deep hole right next to all that bait. Now fish have to have bait. There's a big concentration of it in there. I'm marking fish here. Can we get them to eat? That's the whole thing. Last time I fished here, I had a drag pulling fish on for just a few seconds, but he was on. I've been sitting here about an hour and a half. Not a peep on the rods. Watching quite a few fish swim under me. Oh shoot. You can't see it on this rod because of the color, but we are hooked up. He hit it hard. See how tight my drag is. There we go. Got the line spun up. Y'all, I can see these fish just swimming under me for hours and they won't eat. The first one decided to eat. Oh yeah. was on a body chunk. That big fish I hooked last time I was here was on a body chunk. Old ornery male cat. Pretty thin. Alright y'all, we got the bad juju off one of these rods. I'm gonna put this one away since we can't see it at night. Grab one of them Mad Cat rods, got some visibility to it. I don't mind trying new rods, people, just to see what does what. Them ugly stick tiger rods have been around for a long time. I've just never tried one. That's what guys were using for catfish before catfishing was cool. Alright y'all, I went another hour after I caught that one fish, nothing. The screen started to die down. I have moved back up into this creek where I was catching bait. I'm gonna give it about 30 minutes here, and if I don't hook Moby Dick, I'm going to the house. This rod here does not bend. It's the Moby Dick rod. We turn that fish around quick. He swallowed that big head. It ain't Moby Dick, it's Moby Dick's little cousin. Oh. But he's better than that other fish. This rod pulled that fish in like 2 seconds. Oh, that fish is still fresh, man. We had him in the boat before he could get wore out. Oh, geez. Yep. Old fish is still fresh. Yeah. Moby Dick's little cousin. Yeah. I could see the fish traffic under here. Had a couple bites, and then finally we got this one. There goes something. There goes something. There goes something. There goes something. I believe that fish is on there, y'all. I believe he's on there. He just can't bend that rod. Yeah, we got another one on there. He just can't bend that rod. Yeah. Goliath grouper rod. It's getting the hook set now. No hold still. Yeah. The Goliath grouper rod, getting it done. Well, there there's another one on a large headpiece. That center chunk ain't getting no attention. Alright y'all, same thing I've seen out of the 3 night trips I've done. The bite is right after dark, and after a couple hours it just dies. We started over there in 40 foot because I marked fish over there. Those fish wouldn't eat. We finally got one about dark. I wasted another hour and something over there and said, okay, these fish ain't going to eat. Well, actually, the activity on the screen just died. So then I come up into this creek where I probably should have started to begin with, and that was my initial plan, but I'd seen those fish out there. Now those fish out there didn't have a sign on them that says, "We will not eat." So I fished for them. But either way, we came over here. I'm in 26 foot. Got hit immediately here, got another one, and that makes sense because anything moving up into this shallower water is moving up in here to feed. So either way, we didn't get Moby Dick, we got his little cousin. It's been a tough bite on Fort Loudoun. It's still not fall, water temps 79 degrees. When they get 65 degrees, this night bite will pick up. The bigger fish bite will pick up. Until then, we just gotta do what we can. I got the bad juju off 2 new rods, got a few fish. Either way, this is a video. There was fish in the video, that makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.